Guten Erev Shabbos. This Shabbat, not every Shabbat has a name, but this Shabbat has a special name. Besides being Shabbat and Shabbat Parshat B'Shalach, where we read a portion of B'Shalach, it's also called Shabbat Shira, where we sing the song that Moses sang together with the Jewish people after God split the sea for them. But then after we read that, we read a song that Miriam, the prophetess, sang with the woman. And they came out with their tambourines and their trumpets and their drums. But over here, if you notice in the words, it says that Miriam, Achot Aaron, Miriam, the sister of Aaron, sang with the woman. And the question is, what happened to Moses? Why is Moses not mentioned here? Wasn't she the sister of Moses and Aaron? Why do we just mention Aaron? And there's many commentaries that speak about this, about the prophecy of Miriam and why specifically she's related to Aaron here and what brings it there. But there's one beautiful commentary that says like this. It says, you see, what the Torah is trying to tell us is something that Miriam did before she had Moses as a brother. Only when she had Aaron as a brother. And that's what the Midrash is trying to tell us. What do you mean? So we all know the remarkable story that when Pharaoh decided to throw all the firstborns into the ocean, Yocheved and Amram, Miriam's parents, separated, and they were the leaders of the Jewish people, because ultimately Yocheved was Levi's daughter, and they were the Nesiim, the leaders of the people. And when they separated, everyone else separated. They said Pharaoh's going to throw all the boys into the river and kill them. Why should we have children? Came along Miriam, this young girl, and she looks at her parents and she says, "You're worse than Pharaoh." And her parents were shocked. A little girl from the mouth of babes. And she says, "What do you mean they're saying?" She says, "Well, Pharaoh only decreed on the boys, but you decreed on the girls too." And basically what she was saying to them is, why are you playing God? You do what you have to do. Who knows if you'll have a girl? Who knows if God will save the baby? Who knows if there'll be a great miracle? And her parents got back together. And because that, all the Jewish couples got back together. And Moses was born then. And not only that, but after Moses is born and the parents put Moses by the Nile, she stands from the far to watch it. So it says the Torah, she sang, and she had the merit to sing because she was able to see the miracle that she created herself by pushing her parents to come back together. And then Moses was born, come to fruition, because Moses ultimately was the leader who took the Jewish people out of Egypt and never would have been born if she didn't convince her parents to be back together, and neither would all the other people be born. And therefore she sang Achot Aaron. He's saying something that happened before even Moses was born. But think about something else. You know, Miriam stood on the Nile, watched her brother. What could she do? She was a young girl. She couldn't do anything, even if he would have drowned or if someone would have taken her. But you know what? Miriam recognized that even if she couldn't do nothing, she had to do the best she could. She had to do the most she could to help in any way she can for her brother. And that's been the story of the Jewish people since October 7th. Think about the diaspora. We're living far away. And sometimes we feel bad. What could we do? How could we help? And ultimately we have to remember that we have to try to do whatever we could, wherever we are. Everyone's been seeing those pieces of tape that people have been wearing. And every day they change it and they write the number of days that the children have been, that the Israelis have been in captivity in Gaza. And the one who started this is a woman, Rachel Goldberg, whose son Hirsch is in captivity in Gaza, and she's been going around the world to try to rally people to help her get her son back. And she says that she's been getting the most amazing emails and letters from people all over the world. And she shared 3 of them. One was this woman who said she was going to get angry at her child for something, and then she said, 1 second, I'm not going to get angry at my child because of the hostages, because I want the release. And the second one was this doctor who said every time he goes in to do a procedure and to help someone, he prays for the hostages to be released first. But the third and most touching one she shared was about this woman who was going in to donate her kidney. And she says, as they were putting in her IV, and they were putting her to sleep for her to give her kidney to save a life, she says, God, may the merit of what I'm doing to save another life be in merit of the hostages, and may they be freed. That's the story of people all over the world who do something extra, do something more to be able to help in any way we could. We might not be fighting on the front battle, but we could fight in our own way. If it's hasbara, if it's prayers, if it's good deeds, if it's fighting the vicious, libelous lies of those who hate Israel, whatever we could do it. And this brings comfort to the people. And one story I'll tell you and share with you before we end about this remarkable captain in the Israeli army. His name is Noam Ramati. Noam Ramati is is a captain, and he's in Gaza fighting. Noam Ramati never missed a day of tefillin since his bar mitzvah. But this week he was in Gaza, and unfortunately, there was a great mission, and they couldn't get to his tefillin till sundown. His tefillin were only a few feet away from him, but he couldn't move because of the danger. And for the first time in his life, he missed tefillin. Imagine how he felt. Of course, he had no choice. It was a matter of life and death, and Torah absolves him. But he felt terrible. But guess what happened the next day? The entire Gedud, the entire unit of this guy says, we want to put on tefillin in your honor. Noam, because you missed one day, we're going to put on today. These are people who some of them never put on tefillin in their lives. They were secular or haven't put on since their bar mitzvah. Yet they came together in unity for their fellow who had to miss tefillin to protect the people. Think about the cycle of love, the cycle of commitment in Israel, out of Israel, wherever we go. We learn from Miriam to stand on the side and to watch. Even if there's nothing we can do, there's something we could always do. And most importantly, just like Miriam had the courage to speak up, and her wisdom saved the people, gave them the instinct to move forward, gave her parents the courage to continue. So too we have to continue, because the miracles and lights of God will come, and Israel will be victorious. Shabbat Shalom, and see you tomorrow.